Visible or
Yeah, visible, Dr. Nauta.
okay, thank you, Gyanendra sir. So I would like to thank again the whole SRM team and the participants. Those are present on this platform right now. And without any delay, let's start this session. And this session is not about to deliver or to teach something, because on this platform FDP program, I think this is faculty development program. So everyone is just my seniors, my colleagues, and some junior friends also there, I think. So I want to interact with you, and let me give your ideas also about the same. I will be very thankful to you people. And whatever I feel particular in this area, I will expose all those things, those I learned till date. So I will try to summarize all those things, but in 1 or 1.5 hours, it is very difficult to summarize all those things, but I will try to some of the things. So should I start?
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you. So advanced machining, this will be the content of my PPT. Introductory part, I think I will not spend much more time on the introduction part because of the non-traditional things, because everyone, I think, is aware about what is non-traditional things. I will give the idea, but I will not spend much more time on this. Hybrid machining, what is the difference between non-traditional things and the hybrid machining, we will see. And after onwards, I will much more not on focus on the many machining methods, rather than I will focus on the one or two particular hybrid machining methods, which are right now giving marvelous and significant improvements in the machining area of different advanced material. Right now, they are doing good in related to their effectiveness, efficiency, whatever we can say on the basis of parameters. We will discuss some one of the process in this PPT or in this session, and later on in the last of this lecture, we will see the summarized details of the different non-traditional things or machining process where we can use for the different materials in the last. But before that, maximum of the part of this PPT or this session will be remain on focus one of the hybrid machining process that we can use for advanced materials, more precisely if I say for non-conducting materials which are very advanced in respect of their features, in respect of their use or their applications related to their field. So, okay, what you want to say or what you want to call, you can say it. Modern machining methods, you can say sometimes. Non-conventional machining also. Sometimes this subject also runs maximum time or implemented in different universities as well as in different colleges and in different names. I think SRM University might we have some subject on this in their final year or higher education, higher studies, I think. Can sir, if you have some subject like non-conventional machining or non-conventional methods of for machining in your BTech UG program or PC program, if you have?
Yes, sir, we do have it.
Okay, you have.
It is in the final year, so 7th semester.
Okay, it is in final year. Yes, it is more particularly maximum time it is in final year, because machining is something, it is one of the, we can say, major classification under the manufacturing processes, and like forming, like your machining methods and joining methods and the casting one. So machining have its own importance, and it have its own culture, we can say. Day by day or as per the century goes going on, we have some recent developments in that, or we have some marvelous significant improvements as per the passage of time. So whatever is the name you want to give, you can give. Modern machining and the same. Non-conventional, again. Conventional means the earlier methods that we generally used during our, you can say, machining purposes. In the very ancient time, hands-on training were there. Maximum works were there to do to complete the activities apart from the machining part. Rather, when the time passed, so we just moved on our conventional methods like forging, like forming, sheet metal processes, and many more. So why we need to just switch over on the next generation methods for machining? Why we need? Actually, as we compare this question with our life also, does we need some new changes day by day? What do you think? Any of you? Should we have to change something in our life day by day, or we have to just stick, okay, this is sufficient, I'm going well in my life, there's no need to change something? So what do you think? I can give you ask you some such type of questions because I'm very much fond of such doing such activities. So is there any problem to ask such questions with you people, or just I go on the same pace?
Not an issue, sir, please.
Okay, so is there any need to change something in our life with the passage of time?
I must say yes, obviously, sir. The things, how the things are going to change day by day. Technology is upgrading. Obviously, we need to keep us updated.
We have to adapt that. And why I think just because of to give better and better, and in the last we just achieved to best one of the version. So in the same manner or on the same pattern, we have to improve in our technology also. And yes, of course, technology improvement just going on, and day by day we are inventing something in different areas, different sector, whatever be the sectors, whether they are we are talking about aerospace industries, whether we are talking about automobiles, whether we are nuclear reactor, biomedicals, whatever be the sector you are choosing or you are working with or you are associated with. So it doesn't matter, but we have to adapt some challenges, some new techniques. Why? Because we have to see or grab some good things to do some better in that. और अगर हम उन्हीं पे स्टिक आउट रहते हैं, then we can't achieve जो हमारे सामने और कुछ अवेलेबल हो सकता है, और improve we can do much more. So whatever be the name, non-traditional machining methods, let's come on again on this slide, advanced machining methods. So whatever you want to call them, you can as per your. Okay, so let's discuss briefly on a brief note. Let's discuss this slide also. Why we are choosing? We are discussing just 1 minute before why we have to move on the good things or the better things or the new things. Why? कुछ तो है उसमें नई चीज में. That's why we are moving. और दोनों चीजें हो सकती हैं. There are always be two things. One is because our work is just stuck out, we are not able to move forward, or second is to improve something. एक है कि काम रुक गया है, एक we have to improve. There are two different things. So we have to improve, we are just stuck in. So that's why there are much things why we are going on, or we are moving on our non-traditional or advanced machining methods, like production of complex shapes which are not available, which are not possible with the help of conventional ones. Now we can do with a good surface finish and dimensional tolerances. Yes, in the third point. Yes, of course, conventional methods are not, I'm not commenting that they are not good. Yes, of course, they are good. Nowadays also, some maximum time we generally in our workshops in many industries, we have just our conventional methods, even in this generation also. But what happens sometimes that we need something good, not a good, even better. So for that better, we have to move on materials. If you are moving some good range of good materials, then we have to machine, because we can't use the raw material as it in our product. We have to machine it. We have to perform some different operations on our material. So in the same context, machining of hard to machine materials. Those who are not, we are able to machine high temperature, high strength materials, or the different technological improvement, those who have good hardness as well as strength to weight ratio. some good technical sound terms if a material have. So how you can machine them? If they are not possible to machine with your conventional methods that are available within your house. So we have to machine them, or we have to perform a certain other operations also, not machining itself. Some other methods for like joining also, some non-traditional joining methods are also there. Nowadays they are going up in a good, we can say on a good graph. So on machining also, surface finish, dimensional tolerances, we can achieve a particular one. We need some temperature rise or residual stresses in the workpiece. Those problems generally occurred in the past when we were operating our conventional methods. We have seen temperature rise problem, residual stresses remain in between the material, which produce some problems after onwards, after some certain operations or function performance. So these are some of the, we can say, advantages, or the, we can say, some good things about the non-traditional or non-conventional methods. They are not limited up to these 4 points or 6 points. Many more things. I am not included in this slide. Many more things. Faster, good efficiency in terms of each machining efficiency, as well as whatever is the operation you are performing related to your whether if I if I elaborate them, you know very well, I can classify them according to mechanical and the electrochemical, thermoelectric, and one more is there a chemical one, and might be other ones also. So depending on their classifications, depending on their use, we can move on and we can segregate the class of the non-traditional machining methods, and according to their purpose, according to the use, and according to the availability you are encountered with your advanced materials. So which materials you are processing, for that particular material, which machining method is important for you, that is the concern of yours maximum time, because you have to perform the operation on that particular material. If it is of high quality, with having good high strength, high brittleness, so fragile, so by conventional method, it's very hard to machine that, or to perform certain operations. So we have to just move on. If we have to adapt something for our better quality of the machining or the efficiency. So apart from that machining methods, non-traditional machining methods, okay, I'm not going in the deep to discuss with all classification, okay, like AJM, WJM, vessel jet machining, water jet machining, ultrasonic machining. I'm not giving here announcing each and every name. So would you think that we invented our non-traditional machining methods, like mechanical, electrochemical, EDM, like ECM, one of the finest process to produce good surface finished products. ECM, we can go with the ECM. Okay, so ECM, EDM, and LBM, EBM, many more operations are there, if we say. So, क्या हम आज top हो गए? Would you think it is sufficient? Okay, we have invented so much non-traditional machining method, so there is no need to go ahead. We are just sufficient. Okay, मेरा हो गया now. Can we do this? Okay, जितने available materials available हैं today's date in the market, we can machine them with the help of our non-traditional machining methods, whatever we available with us. So it is sufficient for us? No. Again, the same line will come again and poke us time to time. No. Just go on brainstorming. Okay, now, okay, I have to improve such features in this particular product, but for improving this particular feature in this particular product, I need to improve the material qualities also, material characteristics also. So when we, on the one hand, we are improving the numerous characteristics of the material. So on the another hand, we have to not just, we can't stick on the non-traditional machining processes. on that we have available, or we had from in the 19th or from last 2 decades that we were working? क्या हमें वहीं तक रहना चाहिए? If we are working on the materials, advanced materials, okay, you are producing some good, you are working in automobile industries, and you are producing such a good product from that particular industry, and you are using good sensitive materials, smart materials. In today is the generation of smart materials, those who can react with according to your environment. So how you can deal with those materials? Is it true? Can available resources of non-traditional machinings can resolve them? If they are resolving, good. If not, then what you will do? No, my friends, we can't stay, or my reputed colleagues, we can't stick on those particular machining methods, those who are available, or those we have invented just in the last century, in the last decades. We have to move, or we have to enhance something in our existing one, so that we can encounter on those particular new materials or new advanced materials. So for those particular, what we have to do, a new word have arisen many more decades before, and the word was hybrid. Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of hybrid? In your own words, or in your own language, whatever you thinking, just give me one line for that particular hybrid.
Might be more than one.
Okay, and Kesar, yes, more than one. Good, a good attempt from your side. Any else? Any else? Okay, just this interaction. I think more than delivering something, it's just interaction, so that I can also feel some comfort. Because right now I'm very nervous. Any other keywords for hybrid? Okay, no problem. And Kesar, I have given one idea, and such a great idea to more than one. Okay, you are in your daily life also, you just listen or encounter to particular this word hybrid sometimes. Whether you are purchasing a breed of dog, pets, you can say. So maybe okay, this dog is hybrid quality, more than one breed is there in that particular one dog. So hybrid is something to mix up two things. Why we are mixing? Why? What is the need of that? Again, the same thing will come again. Why we are mixing? Because existing method is not fulfilling our requirements, or if it is fulfilling, then not it is according to our specifications, or not it has some efficiency which is not up to mark. If it is helping us, so what we have to do? We have to improve in the existing non-traditional or advanced machining methods, and we have to switch on our hybrid machining processes also. Hybrid, again, the mixing of two or more than two approaches, or the application part of the existing methods. Okay, it is not necessary to combine two advanced or non-traditional machining methods. Only then we can say it is a hybrid machining method. We can combine one of the conventional methods also with your non-traditional methods. So let's discuss it on a fast note. Hybrid machining is a technological improvement of machining processes, can be achieved by combining different machining actions. And why we are combining? Because existing non-traditional or advanced machining methods are just where they are lacking, or they are not giving such a good results that we are wanting from that particular method, or we can say technique. So the performance features of a hybrid machining process are significantly or significantly different from those of the single phase processes in terms of productivity, accuracy, and surface quality. Okay, we always we measure our processes on based on some parameters. It is necessary. Otherwise, बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा कि हम कैसे उसको एग्जामिन करें कि it is good or better और अच्छा नहीं है. So we can combine the diagram which is showing the combination of two processes, like when we are combining with USM to a EDM, and it will be EDMUS, ultrasonic assisted EDM process. EDM you know very well. Electric discharge machining, again one of the famous non-traditional machining method. On the same manner, electrochemical also. You can combine ultrasonic vibrations with your ECM also. In the down of the diagram, you can clearly see ECM you can attach with your laser. Laser again with your EDM. So like that, you can combine two approaches or two methods so that you can extract out the advantages of the individual process. आप individual processes के तो advantages को तो grab कर ही पाते हो जो उसके अंदर है, but after mixing some new advantages, or we can say good things will also come out which are very wonderful for us for the machining of those particular materials which are not which were not thought by us in the just previous decades or in the previous passage of time. Now we can think, okay, by joining these two methods, I can machine this material also. This is not possible by the individual one. Okay, EDM. If I take the example of EDM, it is generally used for our conductive materials. On the same pitch, if I'm talking about the ECM, it is also again very dominating for the conductive materials. They are very good in their particular nature or in their particular performing their functions for the machining of conducting materials. और बहुत टाइम से हम इनको यूज करते आ रहे हैं. But if I combine, or can I combine these two processes, ECM and EDM? How we can combine them? Or if we are combining those two famous non-traditional machining methods, so what I can get? और क्या वो जो हमें new process if I am inventing or we are developing, can it give some good features which are not available in the particular EDM or ECM itself? ECM भी लैग कर रहा है और EDM भी लैग कर रहा है, और वहाँ ECDM हमारा जो ECDM हम डेवलप कर रहे हैं वो डोमिनेट कर रहा है. Is it possible? Yes, of course. वही हम इसमें आज डिस्कस भी करेंगे. Yes, it is very much possible to accept that challenge, which is not possible by even EDM, even single ECM. But when we are combining these two approaches and we are getting something new process, that is hybrid process, ECDM, electrochemical discharge machining, so how we can do better and different. Let's see. So ECDM will focus on ECDM or ECM. It stands electrochemical discharge machining or electrochemical spark machining. When I'm combining these two approaches, I will get my ECM. Whatever you can say, you want to say, you can give the name electrochemical discharge machining, electrochemical spark machining, and before this name, the name was SAC also, spark assisted chemical engraving. And before also when it was developed, something the history was something different. Let's see. In 1968 around, it was invented and given the name electrical discharge drilling. Okay, with the help of electrical discharges, we are performing our drilling. What's new in there? EDM से भी हम drilling करते हैं. So in this particular name, what is new? Electrical discharge drilling. EDM also can perform the same function. So in the coming points, you will see how it is different. Cook and et al. In 1973 gives the name or gave the name discharge machining of known conductors. Okay, now it is finding its actual name or trying to finding its the different name from the other processes. Discharge machining. Okay, discharge machining is something the same of the above one, but of the known conductors. Okay, some particular one of the machining of the known conductors. Discharge machining of the known conductors we can perform by this ECSM. Can we perform efficiently the machining of known conductors with the help of ECM and EDM individually? Yes, but some conditions are there. Star is applied. We have to perform वो एक अलग research area है कि how I can perform the machining of known conductors with the help of EDM. वो एक अलग से research topic. I am not digging out on those things right now here, but they are just dominating methods for the particular conducting ones. So when the time or the decade passed, in 1995 around, Suchia first time replaces the microelectrode tool with the help of wire, and then it will become your wire electrochemical discharge machining. ECDM तो पहले से था ही, and he replaced the electrode tool with the help of wire, then it will become wire electrochemical discharge machining, WECDM. Okay, it is if you are you want to relate this with your EDM and wire ECDM, तो सुनने में कुछ ऐसा ही है. EDM was first developed, and then when in the EDM machining we are replacing our microelectrode tool with the help of wire, traveling wire, then it will become your wire EDM machining. In the on the same pitch, I can call this as a wire electrochemical discharge machining. And after onwards, many researchers give their effort to develop in this particular phenomena. And right now also, this is a hot topic in machining of the advanced material, particularly on your non-conducting materials. Right now also. So as the time, with the passage of time, in 2001 also, this material is given some has given some information related to its mechanism. Before that, 2001, it was dedicated to your particular discharge drilling. Okay, but chemical action was there also, but not recognized so much popularly we can say. But after Yang et al. 2001, or Jan et al. Also, it was not mentioned in this slide. In 1997 also, they have published. So after onwards, we were seeing that yes, it has something electrical discharge plus chemical action. That's why chemical action from ECM and the electrical discharge from EDM it is giving. And how I can use this electrical discharge means to say electrical discharge plus a chemical action for the machining of non-conducting materials. It is a matter of concern. And how we can use it, let's see. So let's discuss some important key points in the mechanism of this ECDM process or ECM process. Rather than discussing with theory part, I want to discuss it with the help of diagram. Okay. So visible to you, this diagram?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when we are looking this diagram carefully, very simple diagram, nothing like much more complexity is there. Very simple diagram to see. There are two electrodes. One is tool electrode and one is. And now I am coming on the specific this method, how we can do the machining of non-conducting materials, even advanced non-conducting materials. Whether you are talking about quartz, silicon nitride, zirconia, whatever you have, we can machine. Okay, so one is a tool electrode, one is counter electrode, and you can say auxiliary electrode also. So interesting चीज है कि how we are placing two electrodes in the machining chamber so that it can perform a function or machine a non-conducting materials. Because in EDM and ECM, two electrode, we have to make two electrode and one another electrode is your workpiece. You have to charge up your workpiece also in both in your EDM as well as in your ECM to complete the circuit. But just look carefully. Tool electrode is attached with your negative terminal of the power supply, DC continuous as well as pulse, both we can use. And it is also area of research how we can improve the machining performance with the help of pulse DC powers. वो अलग concern है. Now just we are focusing on the power source only. So tool electrode is connecting with your one terminal of your voltage, and second one is your auxiliary or the counter electrode is connected with your second polarity. You can say two polarity are there, negative, positive, but workpiece is not given at any charge. We are just keeping it neutral. We are not giving any charge to it. So ये तो यही क्लियर हो गया. If we are not giving any charge to your workpiece, तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? We can use our no conducting as well as non-conducting. Okay, but it is more impact, as research says, it have some more impact on your machining of non-conducting because of some certain features. Why we are not preferring it conducting materials? Because of the close vicinity, it gives some complications. That's why we are more focusing this machining to our advanced non-conducting materials. Those are not performed by your EDM and ECM, क्योंकि EDM और ECM से conducting तो होते ही थे, but इन दोनों के combination से we are reaching out or we are machining out your non-conducting material also. So when workpiece is just in the close vicinity, we are not giving the physical touch to the workpiece. Two electrode इसमें it seems that they are physical in touch condition, but they are not on the in the machining chamber. Electrolyte we have to take. These are some major components or equipments we can say we have to use. Electrolyte, we can use our base as well as acid and neutral also. Like if I recommend, so the efficiency we can achieve much better with the help of bases like NaOH, as according to my research, or I have done some work on this. So like NaOH and QH we can prefer for better performance. So when I am dipping this auxiliary electrode as well as tool electrode in this electrolyte, and I'm giving a certain power supply connection to that particular both electrodes, and start giving increasing some applied voltage, what happened? You know very well, electrolyte is there. So electrolysis process will start. When I'm giving or start enhancing the voltage, applied voltage, what will happen? The electrolysis process will start, and the byproducts will start producing, like bubbles, H2 bubbles, OH, hydroxyl ions, and O2 bubbles. So what happened in this? When bubbles starts generating, O2 and H2 bubbles starts moving towards their respective electrodes, as H2 positive bubble starts traveling towards your negative, means tool electrode पर हमारे H2 plus जो है हमारे bubbles हैं, ions जो bubbles बाद में मैक्रो जब माइक्रो से मैक्रोस्कोपिक स्टेज में जाएंगे, then they will become your bubbles. And the positive, or we can say oxygen bubble starts traveling towards your auxiliary electrode. And the remain one thing, keep in your mind that we have to keep the surface area of your auxiliary electrode much greater than your tool electrode. इसके पीछे भी reason, because once it will get complete blanketed, or we can say the whole tool electrode will get blanketed with your H2 bubbles or hydrogen bubbles. On the same time हमारा जो O2 bubbles हैं वो larger electrode पे जाके भी submit होते हैं, but we have to produce our operation or spark or discharge on this section, on the workpiece section. That's why we are keeping the smaller area, so that discharge phenomena will happen or will start on this electrode, because I'm interested to produce my spark on this closed vicinity. हालांकि spark is a complex phenomena और वो इतनी जल्दी produce नहीं होता है. Let's see in the some coming slides how bubbles are responsible to produce spark, because my concern is to produce spark which gives machining to my workpiece, which is put or which is placed in the close vicinity of the tool electrode, is the or we can produce our machining. And at higher temperature, when the once the spark will get generated, it will rise the localized temperature around it, and rise in the temperature, again the rise of the temperature of the localized electrolyte also take place, and which gives a pedal effect or accelerating effect to your chemical action also, or chemical etching also. So that's why the both, or we can say the basic principle of this method is the combination of melting, vaporization because of the spark, and plus chemical action, like due to electrochemical reaction. So when these three actions will combine, then the complete ECSM process, we can say, yes, this is the complete ECSM, electrochemical spark machining, working in its own way. So again, I'm coming, when the bubble starts collapsing around this tool electrode, what will happen? Let's see with one more diagram by this. Three points were explained or just written on the slide: bubble layer structure, formation of the gas film and discharge, and the last one is melting, vaporization, and chemical action. This is the ultimate result of that gas film. And how it formed, like you can see, this is your tool electrode, this is the enlarged view. Now you can see the clear action, how it is working. This is your electrode, tool electrode, and on this bubble generation or bubble accumulation will start when we are just enhancing our voltage, or when it is just below your critical voltage, because just above the critical voltage it will start giving a spark. Before, or we can say the critical just below the critical voltage, the bubble generation will take place in like this manner. We can divide this zone in three areas: adherence region, bubble diffusion region, and bulk region. Adherence region, in this adherence region, bubble starts to stick with this the wall of this tool electrode, and the mean diameter of this or we can say the thickness of this zone is equal to the mean diameter of your bubbles, we can say also. And in the bubble diffusion region, the even in this region also, bubble just don't stop to enhance their growth. They're still enhancing their growth by in terms of their size. And in the last region, in the jumping region, the very few bubbles we can find in this region. There one type of bubbles which are just jump from adherence to direct to your jumping bubbles because of the buoyancy force, and or due to some agitation also, some movement, due to their movement, some of the bubbles remain in this region, and they will not participate in the main process. But when they start accumulating by mechanical, you can say one bubble when will come into the contact with the another bubble, mechanical contact, and it will get accumulated and it will enlarge its size. Then वो फिर next थर्ड से या फोर्थ से एडजेसेंट बबल्स के साथ, and this phenomena will go on when we are increasing the voltage. We can say we are enhancing the electrolysis process, means to say when we are enhancing the electrolysis process, we are enhancing the charge carrier or the bubbles generation. We are enhancing electrolysis process, means to say we are enhancing the number of bubbles, and the more number of bubbles are there, we can form a layer, or we can say the film of the gas film, by the accumulation of these bubbles around the whole electrode on the tool electrode. Once this film gas film just we can say generated, or when it just set up, it gives the insulation between the, it gives, or we can say it will become act as a blanket, जैसे आपका blanket रहता है सर्दियों में, it will act as a insulation between the surrounding we can say coldness and your warmness के बीच में blanket रहता है. On the same thing I want to explain with this, कि जब वो gas film once it will get produced, it will give the insulation between the electrolyte and the tool electrode. Now there is no such direct contact of the electrolyte and the tool electrode. So once one film is just set up around the whole electrode, what's happened? And on another hand, we are just enhancing continuously our applied voltage also. We are enhancing. What happened? On the same, in the same film, the current density, high current density zone will form. एक time तो आएगा कि it will not sustain, it will not be able to sustain such current density. इतना करंट पर यूनिट एरिया में तो नहीं सस्टेन कर पाएगा. एक लेवल ही होता है हर एक चीज का टू सस्टेन समथिंग, एंड इट विल गेट डिस्चार्ज, एंड दोज डिस्चार्जेस विल वी कैन सी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लाइट, और वी कैन से स्पार्क, जैसा हम ईडीएम में भी पढ़ते हैं. सो व्हेन इट विल गेट डिस्चार्ज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्पार्क, एंड दिस फिनोमेना विल अकर continuously, and we can see a continuous arc we can generate through this. We can generate by this phenomena, and when it gives the spark, the rise of the localized electrolyte also enhance, and the high temperature of that particular electrolyte give the chemical or chemical etching action to your workpiece also. Spark and a chemical action at higher temperature can sufficiently dig out the surface, whatever be the material you will give to that particular zone or close vicinity, it will be get machined by this process, advanced non-conducting. So this is the basic mechanism behind this ECSM, how we can produce our spark. So this is the pictorial view. We can see it can give the crystalline clear how spark is, how the spark we can produce. In the first figure you can see, okay, this is a micro electrode tool, and this is auxiliary or counter electrode. Okay, once we are just switching our voltage and we are enhancing it, आप देख सकते हो clearly the bubbles will starts to collect around your tool electrode, small tool electrode. In the third stage, what we are seeing, a thick film will get ensure to collect around your micro electrode tool, and in the fourth stage, when it get just crossed your critical voltage, when your applied voltage just crosses your critical voltage, it will get discharged in the form of spark, and in the just close vicinity or in the close contact, we can say in the nearby, when you are putting your workpiece, it will get machined with the help of your chemical as well as your spark. So this is the base of this process. So let's move one more feature. Okay, we have seen in the previous slides that how we can combine these two methods, ECM and EDM, and how these two methods can be used for the advanced non-conducting materials. Those single operations, EDM and ECM, they were lagging, and we can now use it for advanced materials, non-conducting materials. तो क्या हम we are just limited to our just drilling operation also? No, again we can make some we want to make some slots, we want to make some uh, make it happen as a slot cutting contours. So how we can do, we can replace the tool electrode with the help of traveling wire also, as we can see in our EDM wire EDM. So just replace the micro electrode tool with the help of wire, and we can perform machining operation again, and we can make workpieces, advanced workpiece. The phenomena will remain same. Again, the basic principle is melting, vaporization, and chemical action or erosion of the workpiece. But now just we are replacing our micro electrode tool with the help of wire. Wire can be your copper as well as brass, and more preferably we will use our brass because of its high melting point and other certain good features. So now I want to focus, or I want to give you the idea about the when you are just talking about the research, when you are just sitting in your lab and you thinking that, okay, I know ECDM can perform this function, although the commercialized use is yet to be awaited for this machine, but still many research has been done, and many research activities are going on these days also to improve its efficiency, to improve its to minimize its limitation where they are. And we are sitting in our group or research conclave. What do we think sometime? Okay, ECDM can be used for this. Wire ECDM as can be used for this purpose. What else? Now, what certain good things we can done in the existing research activities also? Those we can say setups which are under research phase right now also. Still research is going on, how we can improve, how we can do good things in this particular. Even then we can introduce something good parameters in the existing one also. अभी आपके सामने ट्रेवलिंग वायर ECSM की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, and I hope कि आपको you are getting the main idea behind main principle, working principle of this traveling wire ECSM process. Can I do something with this process also? Can I take it on another level? क्या अब भी इसमें कुछ गुंजाइश बची है? Is there any something much things are left? Still I can, क्योंकि ECM से चले थे पहले, उससे पहले सिंपल इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस प्लेटिंग होती थी, इलेक्ट्रोप्लेटिंग. ECM, EDM, individual processes, and then we have combined all those ECM and EDM, and we produced ECDM, and then we replaced our micro tool with your wire, traveling wire. Although it is a challenge to use, and we see many difficulties to handle this traveling wire during the machining, but we have achieved successfully. But can we move further? क्या इससे आगे भी जाना पॉसिबल है? Yes. अगर कोई चीज कमर्शलाइज होने में टाइम लगा रही है, it is there to be recognized, then what is behind that? Actually something is lacking, something efficiency wise, something it's related to your machining. कुछ है जो एक constant achieve नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, कोई चीज है which machine, if we are giving some certain results differently at each and every time, then you can't recognize it is a good device. You want that, okay, this machine should perform its intended function in a good manner at each and every time when I'm using it. So we are also, or many researchers are working on this good phenomena constantly. So one parameter I want to discuss with you also in this lecture, magnetic field. Yes, everyone knows about the magnetic field. What, how I can put a magnetic field in this existing process or developed process, and what are the different features I can improve. You can see. इससे अब आपको जो मैं नेक्स्ट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड आपको इसमें दिखाऊंगा और रिजल्ट्स आपको कंपेयर करके दिखाऊंगा कि ओके दीज आर सम रिजल्ट्स with the help of simple traveling wire ECSM, and these are the results of your magnetic field ECSM. You can clearly see, okay, yes, there are some significant improvement. This is only one parameter, magnetic field. Many more things are there. In the last future scope, I will give you the idea also. What are the according to me, what are the different phases in this particular setup where we can do much better than this that we have in the today's date. So let's see. These are some, there's no need to discuss it. These are literature review under traveling wire ECSM, and I already explained why we are moving further and further. So this is the pictorial, or we can say schematic diagram of your traveling wire ECSM. Here in the enlarged view, just put a magnet, a permanent magnet. Here it is. You can see in the enlarged view a permanent magnet. Ye workpiece hai. This is workpiece, small workpiece, and this is traveling wire, and this is complete solution, your electrolyte, and this is your auxiliary electrode. Here you can see. Can you see? Can you recognize all these equipment of this process? This is your auxiliary electrode. This is your tool electrode. Ye wire jo hai tool electrode hai. This is your workpiece with your assembly, and the magnet just behind it. इससे क्या होगा? If without magnet, simple traveling ECSM is sufficient to machine no advanced non-conducting materials, why I'm doing this activity? Can something I can get different from the existing results? Yes, that's why I'm interacting with you people. I got. So when I'm putting magnet just in the close vicinity again, or in the close tolerance to your machining area, what happens? This is the permanent magnet we can use. I'm not spending much more time for this. Yes, this is the major concern. Hota kya hai? What happens when I'm putting my magnetic field in the existing traveling ECSM approach? What happened? Like when I combined my ECM and EDM, I got my ECDM. Okay. If I'm putting magnetic field in that particular setup, then it will be magnetic field assisted traveling ECSM. Okay, large ho gaya naam, but we have to magnetic field assisted traveling via ECSM, yeah, ECDM. When I'm putting my magnetic field in that particular machining zone, see why. Okay, I will discuss this slide also with you people. जो मैं left कर रहा हूँ वो already I have explained with my words. That's why I'm skipping all those slides with you. Okay, so when I'm putting my magnetic field, and you know very well, magnetic field lines where they travel from north to south, and they have their own magnetic line. Magnet have their own magnetic lines, और magnetic intensity होती है. तो वो ऐसा क्या इफेक्ट डाल सकती है मेरी एग्जिस्टिंग मशीनिंग में या एग्जिस्टिंग जो मैं वर्क कर रहा हूं कि आई कैन गेट बेटर रिजल्ट्स. यही मेरा मेजर कंसर्न है. एग्जिस्टिंग क्या मैं एडवांस मटेरियल को मैं जो पहले स्लोट मेकिंग, इफ आई एम डूइंग माय ड्रिलिंग, इवन माय स्लोट मेकिंग, कैन आई इंप्रूव? क्योंकि व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द माइक्रो मशीनिंग, नैनो मशीनिंग, आई एम नॉट talking about the simple conventional machining. If I am talking about the micro machining and nano machining, then I am stick very much. My main concern is sticking to your results. How much efficient they are in terms of surface finish, in terms of their material removal, in terms of their quality, whether you are making a hole or if you are making some floats. So कैसा produce हो रहा है? How effective it is as compared to the simple approach, as compared to your assisted approach you are doing. So let's see. I'm just putting my magnet like this in the closed vicinity. This is your workpiece, and magnetic line of forces or magnetic field will give this arrangement in the closed vicinity. ये ऐसे लाइन ऑफ लाइंस क्रॉसेस करके जाएंगे, मतलब मुझे इस सरफेस पे जहां उसकी मशीनिंग होने वाली है, द मशीनिंग विल स्टार्ट, ये वर्कपीस है, इस पे से ही ये मेरी the tool will move, traveling wire will move. So in this closed vicinity, the magnetic field, I can get my magnetic field. The effect of magnetic field I can get. So these are some simulated results through FEMM software, the simulated results which also verify how the magnetic field or how the intensity of the magnetic field varies in that particular zone. Results अभी बाकी हैं कि होगा क्या, but up to this I'm discussing with कि yes, in this close vicinity of machining I'm just putting my magnetic field like this, and I can verify how it varies my results also. Okay, then I want to show this. This is your workpiece, this is your wire, and this is your magnet. This is the side view, or more precisely we can say कि इस तरह से यहाँ से वायर निकलेगी, and this is the magnetic field. वो lines of magnetic field lines हैं जो वो इस तरह से travel करेंगे. This is the south north surface. That's why the magnetic lines are coming from through this surface and just absorbing through this surface. North से निकल के south में merge हो रही है. So how this arrangement I'm putting, यहाँ तक था arrangement. Just I'm putting my magnetic field and how I'm giving the magnetic field that particular into my machining zone. But होता क्या है? Why I'm doing this activity? Is there any need? Just discuss before forwarding or before discussing the next slides. I want to discuss the electrolysis again, so that you can see why I am doing this activity. As when we are performing our float making through your traveling wire or microelectrode tool, debris will form, you know very well. In these operations, like EDM also, debris will form through your machining, micro machining. Where they will go? In the machining chamber. और कहाँ जाएंगे वो? आसपास ही रहेंगे. और whether they remain or drilling ज़्यादा depth तक कर रहे हैं, तो they will remain in the hole also or nearby the tool. In the similar pattern, in the when I am doing my machining through your wire, they will remain around the traveling wire. They, after a certain time or after a certain we can say stage of the operation, they will hinder to your machining. Debris है जो, they will start hindering to your not perfect making of your gas fill, क्योंकि वो अगर आसपास रहेंगी debris की वजह से bubbles burst out हो सकते हैं. Spark will get unstable. The unsteady formation of the spark will start. तो कुछ debris की वजह से और जो ions हैं वो भी saturation की तरफ हो सकते हैं अगर एक voltage के बाद, or they will not give it perfect result. I will discuss with you one point in the last in the limitation कि temperature का effect क्या होता है, वो मैं वहीं discuss करूंगा. तो कुछ ऐसी चीजें हैं जो उसको रोक रही हैं परफॉर्मेंस को बेटर होने से. You can see, yes. So how, और वो सारा किस पे फोकस्ड है? इलेक्ट्रोलाइट के सर्कुलेशन पे, इलेक्ट्रोलाइट के सर्कुलेशन पे. If we are mixing something through our stirrer, like you have some liquid, whatever it is, and you are giving a steering effect for making good or homogeneous a perfect solution. So you want to steer it now. So in the similar pattern, for you want to steer your electrolyte so that debris will remove from this particular machining zone. If they remove from that particular machining zone, the fresh area will expose to your spark, and the spark will just give its best result, and you can get your better surface finish or machining slots for your product or for your final results. So my main concern now will focus to improve the electrolyte circulation, because electrolyte circulation बढ़ेगा तो debris will remove out from that, क्योंकि steering effect आएगा तो वहां से debris निकलने के लिए I can give a particular motion, and वो motion जो electrolyte को देना है, the motion is to give a particular motion to that electrolyte or steering effect to electrolyte. I can do. अब उसको मैं कैसे अचीव कर सकता हूँ? नाउ दिस इज द माय कंसर्न. मैं थोड़ी देर पहले बोल रहा था कि मैं आपसे वही डिस्कस करूंगा कि मेरा कंसर्न क्यों है मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को लगाने का. यस, विद द हेल्प ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड आई कैन गिव दैट स्टीयरिंग इफेक्ट, आई कैन गिव दैट मोशन, आई कैन गिव द ड्राइविंग फोर्स टू दैट पर्टिकुलर electrolyte. And once it can be successfully applied, then yes, of course, we can enhance the efficiency in terms of stable spark as well as the surface efficiency, or we can say surface finish. So this is the some diagram, the realistic as well as pictorial view, how the arrangement has been done. This is your fixture, and under this quartz as a work material is imposed. This is your wire, brass wire, and of diameter 0.1 mm, or we can say 100 micrometer. Sorry, and this is traveling one. I will, if time will allow me, I will give you the I can show you the video also how the steering effect is happened in this with the help of your magnetic field. ये without magnetic field है, ये simple traveling wire ECSM है. इसलिए आपको bubbles जो close vicinity में, can you recognize the bubbles around the workpiece and nearby the wire? Can you recognize the bubble?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this next picture, when I'm giving the north face to the machining zone, if I'm applying my magnetic field, it is simple. Okay, a spark will produce and you can make your slots making. But if I'm देखो पीछे आपको अब दिख गया magnet, permanent magnet. When I'm giving my magnet to that machining zone, आपको now you can easily recognize the flow of bubbles. कहाँ से कहाँ? You recognize in this जो bubbles हैं उनकी कुछ movement दिख रही है, and the bubbles movement itself is self-explanatory that some driving force is generated within this electrolysis. कुछ हुआ है जो bubbles को एक direction दे रहे हैं, मतलब ions movement या electrolysis एक jet की form ले चुका है. Can you recognize the motion of bubbles?
Yes, I can see the one, sir.
In the similar patterns, if you give the south pole opposite direction, very easily you can
Yes,
recognize the direction with your flaming left hand rule. You know very well this whole process is known as MHD, magnetohydrodynamic convection. The whole process is known as. So how we can give the direction, because the Lorentz force will generate, you know very well, Lorentz force will give the movement to your ions. How you know can give the direction with your flaming left hand rule with very ease. You know very well flaming left hand rule. This is your magnetic field direction when I'm giving my south pole. मैं अगर इसकी बात करूं, आपके सामने क्या है? साउथ पोल है. साउथ पोल में पीछे की तरफ जा रहे हैं, आपके पीछे की तरफ जा रहे हैं, तो साउथ पोल में. लेकिन मैग्नेटिक फील्ड अगर मैं इलेक्ट्रोलाइट की कैसे बात करूं, साउथ पोल में से मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लाइंस जो अपर डायग्राम में भी दिख रहे हैं आपके इम्पोज हो रहे हैं, मतलब नीचे से ऊपर आ रही है लाइन ऑफ फोर्सेस। आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन द एयर, एयर में जो मैग्नेटिक लाइंस ऑफ फोर्सेस होंगी, क्योंकि आई हैव टू परफॉर्म माय एक्शन विद इन द इलेक्ट्रोलाइट। सो लोअर हाफ में मैग्नेटिक लाइंस ऑफ फोर्सेस कैसे जारी होंगी, दे जस्ट विल कम फ्रॉम द नॉर्थ साइड, जो पीछे की तरफ से और नीचे की तरफ होते हुए इम्पोज होंगी ऑन द सरफेस, ऐसे नीचे की तरफ ऐसे आ रही होंगी। तो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड मेरा कहां होगा, अपर डायरेक्शन। ठीक है, करंट की ये है हॉरिजॉन्टल पैरेलल, इसमें भी ऐसे ही है, क्योंकि ऑक्सिलरी इलेक्ट्रोड मेरी साइड रखा होगा कहीं ना कहीं, इट इज प्लेस्ड जस्ट beside in the same direction. This is the current direction, this is the magnetic field direction. So Fleming left rule क्या बोलता है, when this is the direction of your current and this is the direction of your magnetic field, this will be the direction of your produced force, resultant force. अब वो जो resultant force backward direction है, now can you recognize why bubbles are moving in the backward direction? This is the direction of resultant force. This resultant force is responsible for generating an electrolyte jet, which will give a jet effect to your electrolyte. अगर मैं उल्टा कर दूंगा तो बबल्स आगे डायरेक्शन में चले जाएंगे। इफ नॉर्थ फेसिंग है, नॉर्थ फेसिंग ये हो जाएगा, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन नीचे की तरफ हो जाएगी, अपोजिट टू योर साउथ, करंट वही रहेगा, बट डायरेक्शन ऑफ द बबल्स विल बी इन द फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन। Okay, so by this also you can also see how we can improve the machining performance with the help of magnetic field. First method is without magnetic field. तो ये tool है, tool electrode है, sorry, we can say our work piece है, sorry, tool electrode is your wire, ये wire है गोल्डिश कलर की brass wire, and this जो transparent है opaque दिख रहा है जो ये, this is your quartz work piece, और उसके अंदर से slot making हो रही है, it is performed that slot making is going on. तो जो डेब्रीज हैं, छोटे छोटे पार्टिकल्स जो आपको दिख रहे हैं इरेगुलर शेप्स के, दीज आर डेब्रीज। फर्स्ट केस में नो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में हमारी डेब्रीज अंदर ही रहती है, जस्ट नियर बाई इन दी मशीनिंग जोन, तो दे स्टार्ट हिंडरिंग टू अवर मशीनिंग परफॉर्मेंस। इन द सेकंड एंड थर्ड स्टेज ये देखो आप, when north face is facing, debris पीछे की तरफ निकल गई, when you are giving your south तो पीछे की तरफ, क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रोलाइट जेट है, resultant electrolyte jet will forcefully just give a movement to the electrolyte, and with the help of that electrolyte movement the debris will start moving in forward direction if it is north facing, and if they will get just going backward when this is south facing. Can anybody recognize that in north facing maximum of the debris will going in the forward direction? बहुत सारी debris maximum निकल ही चुकी हैं, but in the case of south some debris are still moving in forward and maximum are going in backward direction, in both direction, फिर भी अंदर भी कुछ ना कुछ बचती हैं। Can anybody tell me why this is happening? कि नॉर्थ और साउथ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एप्लीकेशन में नॉर्थ मुझे ज्यादा इफेक्टिव लग रहा है, आई कैन चूज माय नॉर्थ फेसिंग मशीनिंग बिकॉज मैक्सिमम ऑफ द डेब्रिस आर मूविंग विद द हेल्प ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट जेट compared to south. Why? Can anybody can give me, if you are listening, can anybody recognize why this is happening? Okay, no problem. Because wire जो है in this north facing में the direction, because we are using traveling wire, so wires जो travel है, the direction of the wire as well as electrolyte jet एक ही direction में unique more effective it is, दोनों एक ही तरफ डायरेक्शन में लगे हैं डेब्रिस को निकालने में, but in the south facing the jet will give the steering effect in the backward direction, but still wire is going in the same direction because we are not reversing our traveling tool direction, that is wire. So wire अभी भी कुछ डेब्रिस को आगे की तरफ कोशिश करेगी, it will get try to take the debris in the forward direction with its motion, and electrolyte jet will give the motion in the backward direction. That's why it will get segregated or not much more effective as compared to your north. I think, am I making some sense, or is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear, sir. But
Okay.
yes, sir, sorry
Okay,
for
so
interruption. I want to ask one question.
yes, yes.
Actually, before this slide, you have means discuss about the how to travel the bubbles. So I want to know about the why means bubbles is traveling. या magnetic field की वजह से या किस चीज
No.
की वजह से?
Bubbles movement is not due to the magnetic field. Actually, bubbles are just on your surface or within the electrolyte. They are just outcome of your electrolysis. But due to the movement of that electrolyte, the whole movement of the electrolyte, a jet will form. Due to that effect of the jet, they will start traveling in the same direction. जैसे हम मान लो किसी चप्पू से पानी को पीछे धकेलते हैं तो some certain polybags and some other things which are present on the surface or within the surface of the liquid, they will also get started in the same direction, on the same pattern it is there.
If that means in the area of machining area, if bubbles accumulate, then what will be the effect of machining process?
Yes, I will come on the same question, and you asked me. I will explain in the. I want to explain in the next slide, but okay, you have asked here. I can
Okay,
give
sir,
you the
no
answer.
issue, sir. We will see the next.
I will come. I will come. What happened when the bubbles will get started flowing through the electrolyte jet, and then what is the effect on the machine? You want to ask the same question?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I will give the answer in the next slide. No problem.
Okay.
So this is the realistic view, or we can say the real picture of the experimentation. No bubble generation. Just see the above picture, left upward direction. This is these were the results, or these were the results of the experimentation. We can say jet direction through south pole, and these are the spark generation. Can you recognize now with the help of these pictures? In the first, without magnetic field, more area was captured by the bubbles, and through north very less, and south thoda sa jada, as compared to without. It lies in between north as well as without magnetic field. Can you recognize in north facing very little, or we can say precise area was doing some machining or sparking zone?
Yes, sir.
So why this is happening? Now I can give you the answer of the same. What will happen? Because I think there is no need of the excessive bubbles. Okay, bubbles are generating when I am enhancing my voltage. Electrolysis bubbles are generating. I can't stop them to accumulate on the two electrode. मैं ये नहीं बोल सकता किसी bubbles को कि तुम रुको हमारा काम हो गया. I can't say. They are just accumulating. So excessive bubbles are also there on the same area, close vicinity around the electrode. Those are really don't want to participate in the sparking phenomena. They just give the upside results, or we can say unsteady spark, because of their bursting out at any instant of the time. There is no need of them. Excessive bubbles की मुझे जरूरत ही नहीं है. तो वहां पे in the same condition, the third function of that magnetic field, we can say, also gives motion to that excessive bubbles also from that particular zone, and a qualitative film will remain on that, or we can say the less thickness film will qualitative, not appropriate less thickness, a qualitative thickness film, gas film will remain on your around your tool electrode, and it will give you a spark, even steady also, because unwanted bubbles are not participating in your machining zone, and their burst formation or burst generation activity not will hinder your exact machining process. I give the answer of the question, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Sir, one
So
more
these
question,
are,
sir.
okay, yes,
Means
yes, of course.
any conditions bubbles is also support the machining process. Means if there is a means, less bubbles. I think bubbles is also means provide a resistance for medium क्योंकि
Uh,
इलेक्ट्रॉन डिस्चार्ज मशीनिंग में रेजिस्टेंस की जरूरत पड़ती है स्पार्क ब्रेक
Actually,
जो ब्रेक
yes, yes, yes.
एक वोल्टेज ब्रेक इवन वोल्ट सॉरी ब्रेक डाउन वोल्टेज कुछ रहता है ब्रेक
Yes,
आई थिंक उसको जनरेट
yes,
करने में इसका कहीं ना कहीं कुछ
बिल्कुल
पार्टिसिपेट
रोल
करता
रहता है। जो आईआर आपका रेजिस्टेंस होता है
है
वो that will help the immediate voltage breakdown in EDM
ओके
also, I think.
वोल्टेज
Yes, yes, but actually what happens, I need only that particular layer of the gas film what I want from that particular machining zone. Excessive I don't want.
यस
वो जो उतनी फिल्म बन रही है यहाँ पे, the film which form during that magnetic field application is sufficient for that voltage drop also, as in EDM process we are seeing. It is sufficient, more than sufficient. We didn't need much more than that.
means excess bubbles is means effect means
They,
effect
they will start deteriorating the performance.
okay
Okay, so
okay sir thank you sir
okay, my pleasure. So these are some results which we can see clearly why we are applying this magnetic field. Actually, we are doing micro machining. If we are getting something just on an enhanced graph, we can say, yes, it is good. We can do. So you can see the diagram on different concentration on and voltage. We can see the graph of magnetic field application. The blue and greenish graphs were on the upper side as compared to at each concentration of the electrolyte as well as on the voltage, we can get our higher MRR values. We can take any point. Suppose I am taking this point, okay, this point, 19% black, on the 19% MF, this blue, higher, again 22% red here and 22% magnetic field here. So there is some margin, or we can say there is a higher value at each combination of the voltage as well as the electrolyte concentration, whatever we are taking, we will get our better results in terms of MRR as well as SR. In the next graph, we can see clearly, although this is spark assisted process, thermal erosion process will also is a part of this machining process. So we are not accepting much more good surface finish as compared to your ECM, जो chemical machining होती है उतना तो नहीं achieve कर पाते हैं. But when we compare simple traveling wire ECSM and magnetic field ECSM, because we get some more good results in terms of SR also, surface roughness also, because I have already explained that study spark, debris will remove, they will not participate to deteriorate the surface finish of the particular workpiece or the machine's load. So study spark and the fresh area for at each every and the results are with you. So okay, one more parameter you can analyze in respect of magnetic field. Okay, SR, MRR we have seen कि okay दोनों improve होते हैं, but what about discharge current also? This is also a major parameter which I can take a concern to that. Discharge current also improves significantly, or we can say on a good side as I am applying our magnetic field. These are some pictures from the digital DSO or digital DSO. So yeah, we can see clearly without magnetic field 1.4 ampere at 20 volt. At this stage, no spark is producing, just I'm enhancing. Bubble generation will start at 20 voltage, mean current is 1.1. You can see the difference 1.4, 1.1. With magnetic field, it get reduces. and you can recognize through your spikes also, the spikes of your current through DSO. They are just in lower length. When I'm increasing or at 24 voltage, when just this is the condition just near about the discharge. Mean current 0.8, drop is will start, and 0.6 here we can say again some because at this point some uniform film will get started. That's why some less discharge current will be there in the circuit. And at the time of sparking, upside waves are there, we can see, but the discharge current you can see 1 ampere and 0.9 ampere. At each and every stage of the voltage, at each every point, we can compare two graphs of magnetic field as well as non-magnetic field traveling via ECSM, and we can say yes, there is improvement of the discharge current also. Again, the reason is same. Study spark say the excessive bubbles which will not accumulate, the discharge per unit area will get short down, and it get be resolved. And these are some SCM images, and I think you all people are very much aware about these images, how we can compare, and we can see the clear effect on the basis of SCM images also on different voltage and different on the same setting of the parameters. The different two images can be seen without magnetic field and with magnetic field on the same setting of the parameters. Whatever be the setting, I'm not much interested, but I am interested what magnetic and non-magnetic are giving. You can see slot length is increasing. Yes, fresh area will expose out at each and every time. It will get more and more material removed. We can get in the second stage, the upside or unsteady sparking will get reduced. So in the second picture, you can see the more uniform fine surface you can achieve. And third, also on the same second, if you are increasing your voltage, you can enhance the slot cutting. But in on the higher side of the voltage, you can see when we are achieving some more length, और जब हम depth में चले जाते हैं slot की, you can get some more debris, more unsteady sparks. That's why the slot get deteriorated at the end of the slot. But in the magnetic field, still it remains much in better condition than as compared to a magnetic non-magnetic field. So these are some enlarged view of the same SCM images. Enlarged view, how you can overcut problem is not concern, क्योंकि less area पे अगर spark focus होगी, when it give you the same result on the less area of the work material, the less haze will you get, and due to good movement, material overflow like this. Maximum time this problem happens when we are not using our magnetic field. Some material or debris will stick because this is a phenomena. The working principle is, so some material will get stuck due to not proper flow of your electrolyte jet or the electrolyte circulation. This problem generally occurs during your traveling wire ECSM. But when we are using your ECS magnetic field, as compared to this, we can get better result. Not I can say, or I can bet extreme good result, but as compared to the simple one on the same terms and condition, I can get better. So let's discuss with some conclusive part. Already I have discussed that good surface finish and MRR I can achieve, good stability of the spark. Magnetohydrodynamics convection gives the better electrolyte circulation, or uski wajah se what I can achieve is our good circulation, good stability of the spark, and good machining efficiency in terms of SR, SF discharge current. So these are some conclusions. Scope आप further materials पे जा सकते हो, because topic ही वहीं से start हुआ था इस session में, how we can machine the advanced materials. Yes, I am not just focusing or limited to your quads only. Yesterday मान लो quads किया तो I am not saying कि ये process सिर्फ quads ग्लास की बात नहीं कर रहा, उसके लिए तो आपके एक दूसरे एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोसेस ही काफी है। बट इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट जिरकोनिया, सिलिकॉन नाइट्राइड और at a high level, so I can take the concern of this process. तो आप उस पे जा सकते हो. Yes, discharge phenomena is still a major concern of your research. कि अंदर जो स्पार्किंग में ड्यूरिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड या विदाउट मैग्नेटिक फील्ड वो जो हो रहा है, that is happening is still a research area. We lot of thing in that particular genre. And next is orientations of the magnetic field that I have applied only in one direction. I have applied just a permanent magnet in behind of that particular machining zone, nothing else. But I can do the different orientations. Okay, up and down. You can simulate also the same things. If you are getting some good results through simulation, you can apply on the realistic setup. This is also a future scope of this. The more better results we can get from the different orientations of the magnetic field in the existing one. Yes, of course. Why not? So these are some scopes. These are not limited scopes. Apart from the scopes also, when we can sit in a room or with our scholars, we can find out much more than these things. Applications, I don't want to explain much more कि नॉन कंडक्टिंग में कहाँ यूज होती हैं, इन एरोनॉटिक्स, इलेक्ट्रिकल, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग, स्लोट्स मेकिंग, 3D कंटूर मेकिंग, quad, ceramic, composites, whatever with the material you have with you, you can machine through this ECM process. Some limitations are also there. Beyond a certain value of electrolyte, here it is, the point which I am discussing with you just half an hour before or 20 minutes before कि एक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट टेम्परेचर के बाद उसकी परफॉर्मेंस डिटोरिएट भी हो सकती है, होती है, जरूरी नहीं है. वो एक मेंशन है उसमें 40 डिग्री सेल्सियस. इट इज नॉट मैंडेटरी. 40 डिग्री सेल्सियस इज नॉट अ लैंडमार्क. इट वेरीज विद योर सेटअप कंडीशन, बिकॉज यू नो वेरी वेल, आप लोगों ने सबने रिसर्च में अपना अच्छा योगदान दिया होगा. व्हेन यू आर setting your conditions of your particular setup or machining setup or whatever be other setups, you have your own constraints of your setup. So that's why a particular temperature के बाद उसकी performance deteriorate, इसके पीछे reason है because of the agitation of the electrolyte. जो ions movement है उनकी agitation, kinetic energy, वो जैसे जैसे हम temperature बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं voltage, when increasing the temperature, it will take the energy, because the rising temperature is of one form of the energy, and it will get absorbed by your ions, and the agitation will start, and which hindered or which deteriorate the movement of the we can say ions towards your particular electrode will get deteriorate. वो नहीं पहुंच पाता है जहां से पहुंचना पड़ता है. तो अगर वो पर्टिकुलर उस इलेक्ट्रोड तक नहीं पहुंच पाएगा तो ऑब्वियस है इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस प्रोसेस अगर डिटोरिएट हो रहा है तो हमारी परफॉर्मेंस भी डिटोरिएट होगी. Poor surface finish, because मैंने थोड़ा बोला था कि it is a thermal erosion process. Still we are the many research are going on this particular process to improve the surface finish. Low material remote, I can't say it is this is the limitation of this process, because each and every hybrid machining, because if we are talking about the micro machining or the nano machining, so this is not should be the concern that low material remote rate is the limitation. Okay, in the last, this is just the apart from, okay, that was over. Traveling wire ECDM and magnetic field ECDM was over. This is for your concern only. Just this is the direct copy paste. We can say the table from Holfrey, one of the good book of the non-traditional machining process, and I have taken from that book. उसने अलग से segregate किया गया है कि for which process, मतलब non-traditional. In the right hand lower side we can see the different processes, non-traditional processes, and in the upper side we can see the material. Okay, carbon, titanium, alloy, and the different materials for which quantity. Left hand पे है quantity, for which quantity and which material I can prefer which material. So for those advanced material, which process is more suitable for how much quantity we are producing in our in-house, and which material I have to choose. In the last, refractive material like your titanium, niobium, and molybdenum, For those materials also, I can prefer my non-traditional methods according to their use and their process working principle. So this is just for your concern कि कैसे हम different material के साथ different collaborate करते हैं हमारी machining processes को. Before that, just before wrapping up or just finishing my this session, I want to say that there is no limitation to do good things in your existing one. Just think and apply. If you are you are getting some failure, no problem. Okay, आप कुछ magnetic field अगर apply करते हैं नहीं उसमें, if you are getting some results of your desired one, no problem. Just try to orient another location of that particular magnetic field. In the similar way, in this non-traditional machining process also, you can apply your different parameters. Not a single magnetic field. There are lots of things. Improve the electrolyte circulation, improve the nozzle size, improve the shape of that particular assembly. Whatever you have in your mind, you can apply. And who knows what you can get and how much level you can achieve in that particular machining area. And if you are getting, definitely we will get a better results, and we can machine different materials in a good and sufficient manner. So now I'm just handing over the mic, and from my side, I think this is over. And if you have some query related to that, you can ask me. Thank you so much.
Sir, there's one problem. There is one question about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
And sir, I think that is the thermal process. So there will produce a heat affected zone in the workpiece.
Pardon, sir. What?
I think
This is a
thermal process, thermal
Yes.
evaporation, something like that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so there produces some heat affected zone in the workpiece.
Yes, of course, sir. This is a thermal erosion process. Okay, there is electrolyte, no problem. Sudden quenching will be there, but definitely on a fraction of second, heat affected zone will remain there. Because this is a thermal erosion process, spark is there. So of course, heat affected zone will be there. How much extent it will get stick into your workpiece, it depends on your effectiveness of your, you can say your machining.
So how to use the heat affected zone if increasing the machining process? Yeah, means unexpected heat affected zones ज़्यादा create हो रहा है, तो उसको reduce कैसे कर सकते हैं कोई?
Okay, take an example of this process only. When I'm discussing the effect of electrolyte jet, and I was saying that excessive bubbles will go, and a qualitative film will generate, and it will gives you the better result in terms of better spark or steady sparks. So the steady sparks, it will not deteriorate through its path. Unsteady spark hoga, so it will get deteriorate or will you can say travel into the transverse direction, and it will give the more heat affected zone. If spark will get traveling on the more area, definitely it will affect the workpiece or in the transverse direction or whatever is the direction nearby it will give you the effect. When you concise the bubbles in terms of this process, मैं बता रहा हूँ. If I am talking to another processes, there will be the certain parameters where we can improve the heat affected zone through there. If I'm talking EDM, there also we can, if we can improve the dielectric movement, yes, we can reduce. I don't know up to which extent, but we can control the heat affected zone.
We can consider that the SOD is also the factor of means controlling the heat effect.
Yes, sir. Of course, SOD, stand-off distance, will be a key point. Yes, in like EDM, if we are increasing our distance by our own means or by our desire, we can't get our machining. Even a spark will not produce. In the same manner, SOD in this process also, like we are not giving the physical touch, but up to a certain mm or not up to a certain mm, below 1 mm, we can produce as in EDM, like 25 micrometer, around 30 micrometer distance will be there for a good machining. On the same pattern, around your 1 mm or 1.5 or below 1 mm, you can give a good result, but it is not fixed. Again, I will say you, if you are producing or if you are developing your own setup, because every setup have its own constraints. Sometimes in my setup, it will give the better result on 0.8 mm distance at the SOD, but at your house capability and you are developing your own setup, might be on, who knows, 0.7 will be the better SOD for you, because this is not the commercialized setup. If it is commercialized or it is manufactured by a nominated company, then we can say, okay, it is fixed one. But if you are developing something, it is not fixed.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So participants, any other query from your side?
Okay, again, sir, I want to say, if some people have a problem and they are not able to ask us, whatever be the reason with them, you can share my ID after this session, and they have some queries related to their this phenomena, or they want to ask, they can mail me also. I will try to give the answer to them. No problem.
Oh, okay, sir. I will provide your mail ID and contact number on our WhatsApp group.
Sure, sir. Sure, sure.
So thank you very much, Dr. Norton. And one more information I want to share with you, all the participants. Actually, when was Dr. Norton was pursuing his PhD, he developed the hybrid machining setup, and the wire used by him, that was the finest wire in the world at that time. So that was the critical setting of the parameters and the thermal effect. So he used the finest wire at that time. That was the record is in cupboard.
Thank
So-
you, Garinder, sir. Thank you so much. Recognize that a thing that I have done by me in my PhD was actually I've faced lots of problem at that time, because such a fine wire is a major concern for me at that thermal condition, and it at that time it was broken many times, and almost 3 to 4 months I took at that time to stabilize the things with that particular diameter. It was a great constraint at that time in my PhD work. But I get success, and right now I'm just explaining whatever I know. I can't say that these are the perfect things, but according to me, whatever I done, I'm sharing the view. So you can do much better in this to take the idea after taking
Yeah,
this idea.
but you have make that possible.
Yes, sir.
So all the participants are, sir, Dr. Norton, you have to stop your screen sharing. All the participants
Okay.
are requested to put on their webcams for picture capturing, for the report writing. Just for a moment.
Okay. So I think it is stopped.
No, it's still.
Okay. Now I think it is. Is it good now, Dr. Ganendra, sir?
No, sir, your screen is still shared, and
No, I cut.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay, sir. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So just for a moment, Ashish sir, capture. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, Dr. Norton,
Thank you giving me such
for
opportunity.
such informative session, and it was so much interactive also. And thank you so much for all the participants to participate in all 3 sessions today. And yesterday we will meet again with a new session on nano composites that was taken by Dr. Kaushik Pal sir, Professor IIT Roorkee, at 10 a.m. sharp. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for today.
Thank you all participants and Dr. Ganendra sir and the whole team that is working for this to make it successful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Sir. Thank you.